Jealousy comes from fear, but can we assume what that fear is? Hi, welcome to Weight Loss Losers. It's Sunday. Greg, I want to share a little story with you. A couple weeks ago, as a matter of fact, it was the week before Halloween. This girl I know who had been kind of bothering me, bugging me about I liked you better when you were chunky, when you were bigger, you've changed. You're not the same guy you used to be. I don't know if I like this version of you. Blah 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 blah. And I've heard it from a few people. She just happened to be somebody I was friends with for a while. And instead of reacting, I said, that troubles me that you would say something like that. You know how focused I have been on this, and I've really done this not to change, but to be healthier and happier and to move on in my life. Would you mind telling me, how am I acting differently? Because, your friendship is important to me. And she kind of got taken aback that I reacted that way. She's like, I don't know, you do this and this and this and X, Y, Z. And I'm like, The Greg you knew before January, he did those exact same things, didn't he? And she's like, no, maybe, I don't know. So I said, I'm really having a tough time understanding. I really care about the way you feel, and I just kind of want to understand, because if I am doing something that atrociously bad, I need to know what it is. And she's like, I don't know. And literally this conversation kind of went round and round. I just kind of let her talk. I just asked a question like that and just let her kind of talk. And as we continued to talk, I said, so, what is it about me that about this version of me that threatens you, I suppose? And she's like, I don't know. Since you do, she goes, I guess I'm afraid you're going to treat me differently than you used to. And I wondered why she'd think that. And I've been at this weight, or I've been at my goal weight, or I've been healthy. I didn't just hit this weight yesterday. I've been maintaining for the last bunch of months. Have I treated you differently? And she's like, well, I guess you haven't. And I said, so what kind of gives you that thought? She's like, well, you do kind of walk with a little more confidence and things like that. And I'm like, okay, that is true. I do have a little bit more of a swagger. I mean, I guess it's expected. And she's like, I'm like, but still, have I treated you differently? And she's like, I guess not. And she just kind of took a deep breath and said, kind of glad that we had this conversation. And I had no idea we got anywhere, but since that time, we've been closer than we'd ever been. As a matter of fact, I did some projects with her for her college that she wanted someone to do some voice stuff with. Crazy. So it just kind of reinforces that rule. When people are jealousy, there's always an underlying fear. And if you take the second to just understand the person who's being jealous, just by asking a few questions, it's easy to overcome that fear, and you can move forward. And instead of reacting and fighting and butting heads, you can become stronger friends. I wish I could remember that lesson every time I have a confrontation with somebody. Whenever you're confronted with somebody who disagrees with you, a lot of times there's an underlying fear that you don't realize what it is. And it's not always they're just because you're losing weight and they're not. It could be you have to find that out by asking. That's all I have to say today. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving.